Roll it, dang.
Roll it.
Roll.
You are watching the Leaf and Ash podcast with Panda, PC, Dawn, and Mutt. We sip and smoke. We sip and smoke.
I like it.
Hi.
Man, what a way to start an episode, baby. Get you nice and cranked. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Leaf and Ash podcast, another Sip and Smoke. I'm your host, Panda, along with my three compadre, baby. On the top left, we got I don't know who that guy is. He's new to the group, but I think it's the Fraud PC, aka Silverback. How you doing, Fraud? Silverback, what up, dog?
What's up, Poncherello? What's going on, people?
It started, baby. Let's go. And on the bottom left, guys, the one and only, the Cigar Don. What's going on, Donnie boy?
What's going on, guys? What's happening? Just got back from jury duty. I'm all pumped up.
Yeah, you pumped, all right. And as always, guys, the guy right below me, the one finger pecking sensation, the one and only JJ, a.k.a. Cigar Bud. What up, big dog?
What's up, you beautiful people?
What's going on? So, this is episode number 36. Before we get into it, what we sipping on, what we smoking. Let's start with you, Fraud on PC.
Well, I'm going to continue with the fraud tonight, and so I'm not smoking anything due to health reasons, but I am hydrating a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So
perpetrating the fraud, baby, perpetrating the fraud.
Man, you telling your age.
Shaven. Look, I don't even know who this man. He's like 20 years younger, man. Donnie boy, what are you smoking? What you sipping on, baby?
So I'm sipping on a old fashioned with some Basil Hayden 10-year, and I'm dancing with who brought me this year. Smoking the West Tampa Red.
Oh,
great
that's what's
smoke.
up.
Great smoke. What you sipping on? What you smoking?
I am drinking some Four Roses, and I'm smoking The New World by AJ.
Very nice. And the Panda went along the lines as Donnie Boy. It's a West Tampa product. It was part of our mystery smoke, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, the Addict series by
Phenomenal
West Tampa.
smoke. Phenomenal smoke.
Phenomenal, baby. And the Panda, I sent you guys a picture. Panda is drinking.
Oh, you
Hibiki.
Look at that bottle. How pretty is that bottle, man?
Oh, that's
Oh, don marigato. Oh, marigato. So I have not had Hibiki in a while, guys. I mean, and I was in Costco today. I had to pick up a few things. And what was the number 8? See, ladies and gentlemen, they're already starting with me because you know what? Let me take a sip of this Hibiki. I was saying it's been a minute since I've cracked open a bottle, and I went to Costco today, and they had it on sale. Normally, the bottle now goes for over $100, right? And when I saw it on the shelf for $79.99, listen, $20 is $20, right?
That's right.
Right, Donnie boy?
That's right. $20 is $20.
All right. So let's get into this, guys. So for those of you who watched episode number 35, the Panda kind of went off the rails. I mean, I saw the shorts. I didn't realize how crazy and cranked up I really got. I knew I was already cranked up for the show, but those shorts really highlighted how cranked the Panda took off his sweater. You know what I mean? Because I was sweating as much as I was so cranked up. Because, as you guys know, I've never been shy to speak my opinion in regards to the aficionados list, and this list was no different. You know what I mean? And the crazy part about this is that everyone that I've spoken to in regards to this list they all have the same consensus. It's like no one knows where they were going with it, rather, right?
Right.
It's like the list made no sense. You had some limited Cubans that no one could have. You have the number 10 cigar, oh my God, which is the Brick House, right? which be like, how do you justify 15 other cigars, anything below the 10th stick, right? Including Eric Espinosa, Nick Perdomo, Tatuaje, right? Like,
Bangers.
right, bangers, right? The list just did not make any sense, and it seems that they keep on going from bad to worse every year. So the Panda and the crew from the Leaf and Ash podcast, we all decided to kind of come up with our own list, not necessarily in any particular order. And I don't know how many these guys got. I think I have about maybe 18 cigars that I kind of brought up that I want to bring to light. That either people have smoked them or never heard of them. My list is pretty relatively. I think they're pretty much known. If not, you'll definitely hopefully look them out, seek them out, and enjoy them. You will find out who's got what on their list. But there's so many boutique cigars out there, guys, right?
Yeah.
That we kind of made it our mission last year, and I think it's going to continue until this year for us to seek out new and not improve, but new craft cigars, new up and coming companies in the cigar world. Okay, so I'm going to start off with you, Don. How many sticks did you write down?
So we can decide how we want. I have 28 sticks written here. I have 25, my top 25, and 3 honorable mentions. But we don't. I mean, I know we don't have time to go through 25 sticks each. So what do we want to do?
But I have a feeling that a couple of us got probably the same stick on our list.
Yeah.
So if you have it just eliminated from your list, and we'll just talk upon on it.
Okay. So I'll start at number 25 and work backwards.
Okay.
Here. And if you want to stop me, just stop me. We'll talk about it. My number 25 cigar is the Monte Cristo Platinum.
Ooh.
That's a good cigar. It's a quality everyday smoke. I haven't had a bad one. So there we go. The number 24 cigar is the Ave Maria Reconquista.
You know what? I forgot about that one. I did not have that one on my list.
Yeah.
I did not have that on my list.
Number 23 coming in. I got Every Day is a Cigar Day, Barber Pole.
Beautiful.
See? So let's stop there, because we've all, you guys know, we've had Andres, we've spoken to Andres, and you guys remember, I want to say that I was one of the first ones to be brought into that world, and I kind of brought it to everyone's attention. Mm-hmm. I think Andres has a phenomenal product, okay? And
yes.
For those of you who don't know, it's a cigar company called everydaysacigarday.com. Go there. I don't think that the discount code is still good, but try it out anyway. It used to be Panda. It's not there no more, Don?
It's not. No.
So Andres, this is an individual that he's from Lithuania, lived in England, and moved to Nicaragua and started a whole business and adventure in the cigar world, right? He has a factory now in Esteli, Nicaragua, and pretty much every cigar that he's produced. I love the Maduro. And honestly, the Maduro is great. The Barber Pole is a good smoke, but what I really enjoyed was the chunk.
Yes.
Okay, the Maduro, that was what was it, 64 by 5, I think it was, something like that.
Something like that.
It wasn't your normal ring gauge.
And I put the Barber Pole in here because I love the cinnamon that I get out of it.
Yes. Okay. First time I ever got cinnamon was from that cigar.
Mm-hmm. All right, coming in number 22, the Garofalo Mi Familia.
I haven't had it yet. See, I haven't had that one yet. You sent me one, and who sent it to me? You, JJ?
Nope.
You did.
Yeah.
I remember one.
Yeah.
I still have that one.
I still haven't smoked that one either.
Yeah, that one marinating. Marinating. So what did you get out of that stick?
So I'm gonna have trouble remembering what I got out of it. Just to be honest with you, when I was thinking this list, it was prevalent in my mind. I remember I smoked 2 or 3 of them because I liked it. I went back and got more. So, just in case nobody knows, it's made by Perdomo for Mr. Garofalo, David Garofalo. Kind of commemorating his time in the business. So it's a really good smoke. Number 21, Leaf by Oscar Maduro. And I'm gonna give honorable mention there to the Leaf by Oscar 10-year as well. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Number 20, CAO Extreme.
That's on my list.
Yeah.
Anybody else got that on their list?
Yep.
Oh, most definitely.
So do you know what's in the extreme?
I know it's different. It's four different regions or
Okay.
three. Yeah.
The origin is Honduran, right? The wrapper is Ecuadorian Habano Ligero, and the
Hmm.
binder is Nicaraguan. So you have those three regions: Honduran, Ecuadorian, and Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Guys, if you have not had that smoke, right, the CAO Extreme, and when I tell you yes, it is a phenomenal smoke. It was one of those cigars that kind of threw you off, right?
Hmm.
You didn't expect it to be those. I would even categorize that as an everyday. You work in the yard, your guard, your yard guard, like JJ likes to call them. That's gonna be the next list, guys. That we're gonna do another episode of
Hmm.
yard guards. But that one I would definitely put in there, and I think that one was relatively very surprising for all of us. To me,
Yeah.
that cigar, I went back and I end up getting them, because they're that much enjoyable. So that was
Hmm.
five, right? Don.
That was five. Yep.
Okay, hold on to the list. Just hold on to it. All
All
right,
right.
I'll give everybody a chance to talk.
All
Go
right.
ahead, Silverback. What did you get? Give us your five. Doesn't have to be in
Okay.
any particular order.
Well, of course, I'm gonna start with the at the top of my list with the Placencia Sixto. Um, just love that little stick. It's one of the it's one that you introduced me to, and it's one that I'm gonna forever, keep at the top of my list. My new favorite is the LFD. Oh man, that is a stick that I can really get into on a regular basis. It's not a yard guard. It's something that you want to sit and kind of lose your mind with or with the LFD.
Do you
And
know what? I'm sorry. Do you know which particular LFD or?
I mean,
I know the Ligero is the one that you had talked about in the past. You
yeah,
know,
and that's the one. That's the one that I really fell in love with. With that one.
yeah,
So
and to kind of just ride that coattail a little bit, right? The LFD is very known for their very strong cigars.
Hmm.
Okay, it's not for your avid at heart. It's not for your weak at heart. Rather, it's a spicy, peppery type of cigar that you're gonna enjoy and smoke if you enjoy those cigars. It's not a cigar that I recommend that after you just finish eating 12 to 15 hot wings. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's one of the
Uh-huh.
because that's how much spice it has, and obviously everyone knows the lightest one that they have is the Indonesian Bull,
right.
which seems to be the unicorn in other places. Here in Florida, it's relatively easy for us to get them here. Um,
We can barely get them here.
yeah, and I've heard them. I've heard as crazy as $75 for one.
I haven't paid that. I pay about 26.
Yeah, and that's well, I don't even think that's even. I think I don't even want to speak. I think my launch sells them for like 23, and I might be wrong because it's been a while. I mean, I got a half a box left in my
Yeah, and
humidor, but
and I think our shop may be selling from like right at 26, or something like that. But
yeah, it's
they were
absurd, man.
also doing a giveaway with the LFDs, an illusion bull.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just the LFD is such a great smoke. But good, I'm sorry, go for it, man.
No, no, no. It's all good. I mean, that's what we're bringing up the list, and most definitely want to bring up the 30th anniversary, the Perdomo 30th anniversary Maduro. That was one that I really like. Instead, I know a lot of people like the other
Sungrown.
sun grown, but I really like the Maduro, the 30th anniversary. And if you want to keep it moving, I got to go with my EP Carrillo Encore Black. That is a phenomenal stick.
Yep. I gotta take that one off.
Yeah, it's just the EP Corillo Encore Black. You know, were you on that? Were you on that podcast when we were on the last? PC and I, we were obviously those who don't know, we were in another group, and we were very fortunate enough that David Spirit sent all of us a stick of the EP Corillo Encore Black before it was in mass production, not mass production, but before the PCA.
Right.
Okay, and we actually were able to. I think it was the day before the
It was
PCA,
within that
the day
same week.
before, and I think we were all blown away, right? Because you guys got to understand, guys, if you guys have not, because it's also a limited count too. They only made 5,000 boxes, and I think they only sold. There was 2,000 in the early of 2024, and then they
Right.
released the last 3,000 in beginning of October.
Right.
So you understand? So the wrapper or the tobacco, it's Connecticut broadleaf and San Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
You have two completely opposite, complexity of tobacco that they were able to find a way to blend it and mesh it perfectly. The creaminess that comes out of it, the smooth pepperiness on the back, you could literally retrohale that cigar from beginning to end. Great pick, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's one of those sticks, man, that you can smoke down to the nub without a problem.
Mhm.
The,
At
o-
all.
the only thing I'll say about that stick, the one negative thing about that stick is it's $17 for a Robusto.
Yeah.
That's
I wasn't gonna say it, but you know what? You're
Uh-huh.
right.
if we're keeping it real,
Yeah,
that's the
no, you're
one.
right.
It is a great smoke,
Yeah.
but $17, and I bought a box. I bought 2 boxes, and I know you bought a couple boxes, so obviously it's worth. Yeah, and
And
it's obviously worth it. So, but
Uh-huh.
it is a good spend on a Robusto.
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm gonna have to throw a stick that you may not be able to find right now. You may end up finding this stick in the future, but I got to go with chocolate cherry pie, where Anya had her cigars. Man, that was one of the smoothest sticks that I have ever smoked. It was a chocolate bar. It was, I mean, very flavorful. I wish that they could have maintained and stayed in production. And that's another one of those sticks that that we talk about when it comes to boutique cigars that would have done very well if it was stayed in production. And most definitely got to go with the West Tampa Red, um, West Tampa Red, West Tampa Black, and the West Tampa Whites. So,
Okay,
and
well, listen, hold on, because you like it all over. Hold on now. The West Tampa Red,
yes, sir.
okay, the West Tampa Red.
Hmm.
It was on my bucket list. And obviously we all got to smoke that and to get that experience
Dude,
together in Tampa, ironically enough.
dude. It's beautiful
And
cigar.
that was, what Rick Rodriguez has done with that cigar, is nothing but a masterpiece. Because the red is such a great. It is phenomenal.
It's
And
number one on my list.
yeah, you know what I mean. And I'm sure I think most of us will probably agree with that. Like I said, I didn't put mine in any particular order, but when I first started, West Tampa Red was on my top. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think everything that Rick has brought up as of yet, okay, because I mean, listen, I'll kind of this Addict series is on my list. You know what I mean, along with the red.
Rick
Right.
Rodriguez is an absolute. He's a madman. I mean, he is a scientist. He's just a mad scientist.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, hold that. I hope you cross yours out so you know what's left. But I want to hear what you got, JJ. Oh boy, here we go.
Well, the Jaime Garcia Maduro.
Check that out.
Another cigar that a lot of people don't talk about. Another spicy cigar. I think the four of us kind of almost have almost identical palates for the most
Yeah.
part.
Mhm.
And
Um,
wait till you get your hands on the successor.
it's just it's when I tell you, I mean, Jaime Garcia, you can never go wrong with the
No.
Garcia family. You know what I mean? It's just they're the Cuban Kardashians. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Jaime Garcia is one of those cigars that I don't think people talk a lot about, but a lot of people know about them.
Mhm.
Okay, what else you got on that list?
Obviously, the Big Sky Madison. You guys know I rave over that cigar.
Right.
It's like I don't know why I call it this, but it feels like I get, like a green tea, which I only get like a green tea out of a Candela type cigar, or some type of a Connecticut. Sometimes you get a little bit of a green tea hay type thing, but it's the same note I'm always chasing, stick after stick. And if you haven't tried it yet, I think you guys would really enjoy it.
We might know a rep that works for
Hey.
that company. Just
Hey.
saying, you might know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
I just been out there slanging them stogies.
What? Oh, okay. I'm glad you said Stogie. I was just I thought you said something. You said something else.
How you doing?
How you doing? So what else you got?
I have the Avo Classic Maduro.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Okay.
Very good.
Okay, I can see that. All right.
Just for a little backstory, guys, JJ is probably the one of us that ventures out the most, in my opinion. Ventures out on some cigars that we may not have heard of, or we may not have, Avo. Of course, we've heard of Avo, but
Mm-hmm.
that's not one of those stories like you say about the Alec Bradley. Nobody's going to the store and saying, "Hey, where's your Avo's at?" But JJ kind of sometimes it's due to it's out of necessity because that's what the store he's at has.
Yep.
We
Right.
shared that he lives in a rural area that doesn't have a lot of selection, but yeah,
Yep.
so those are interesting because that's a good cigar. You're right, it is.
It is. It's been a long time since I've had that stick,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
And in no particular order, but I'm gonna have to say this cigar right here has to be in my top 5. The Aladino Corojo Reserva. It is a Honduran Puro. Every leaf in that cigar is Corojo.
But for those of you that don't know, JJ is a big Honduran fan. He and honestly, kind of almost surprises me. You know what I mean? But because Honduran is definitely one of those origin countries that their tobacco is very unique. It's very
Mhm.
different. You know what I mean? It's not your normal Ecuadorian or your Delhi, the Nicaragua, and it's definitely nothing like on DR. But how many is that, JJ? It's what 3, 4? I don't know.
I think that was 4.
Okay.
And the last out of my 5, again in no particular order, the Black Label Last Rites.
Oh, you took it off my list. Took it off my list.
That
Good
is a
one.
bad mamma jamma.
That it
Good.
is.
Yeah,
I'll
that's good.
never forget that first time I ever got that cigar. The last lounge we went to, the night before we all left. What was that lounge called again?
You talking about the
Cigar Castle. Yeah.
The Cigar Castle. I sat there and I smoked that Last Rites, and I'm like, where have these been? But also, the cigars in there are all aged
Oh yeah.
beautifully.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
There's not an atmosphere in the 50 states that's like that place for some reason. It's like a chamber. And it's beautiful.
It's like walking in your personal vault, walking into back in time and just enjoying pulling anything that you want off the shelf that's really aged.
Cool. So I'm gonna stop you there, JJ.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna okay. So I really try to go strictly boutique, right? I'm gonna start off with the Arganices, not Aganosa, Arganices.
There you go.
So I had the Arganices. If you guys have not seen, I wish I had a stick here. It was one of those sticks that I won on one of those websites a while ago, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It was a Robusto on Maduro, and you know what? I end up getting a 20-pack of the Connecticut's, and that is my morning smoke. The Arganices is one of those cigars, guys, that for any enthusiast that you enjoy having a cup of coffee in the morning with your cigar, I will highly recommend the Arganices Connecticut. The Maduro is a great smoke, but if you're looking for a good morning smoke, the Arganices Connecticut. All right. So then I'm gonna go down, and I'm gonna go way up the chart with this one, the Knuckle Buster Maduro by Punch.
Wow.
Okay. So the Habano, I hate to say, I don't like to use the word trash, but it's not a
It
good.
was bad.
It's horrible.
It was bad.
But for whatever reason, the Knuckle Buster, don't confuse it with the Knuckle Sandwich from Eric Espinoza. Okay. It's for a little small Robusto, it's like $4.90, $5 for Robusto. It's a good quick smoke. If you have a 30-minute on your lunch break and you want something to smoke, that is a great cigar to smoke. And like I said, the Panda's going off the charts with his picks. You know, I got a couple of bangers in here, but
Well, and I gotta say, man, most vegetarians like that steak. Now, I did a video on that particular stick, and it was a vegetarian stick.
yeah,
But
huh?
yeah, it's a great smoke.
Mm. So I'm also gonna bring a cigar that was introduced to us from Don on our very first mystery smoke, the Jekyll and Hyde by what is it?
And Nevis Tobacco.
Nevis Tobacco.
It's on my
Beautiful.
list too. It's on my list.
So
Yep.
that cigar, it was one of those cigars that I think what I loved about it because it was a blind smoke. None of us knew what we were smoking, and just to be able to try to figure it out, what company, what's in it, what notes we have it, and I think it made it more fun for me to smoke it. But it was a very, very enjoyable and memorable smoke. I still have the other stick. What's the other stick called? You remember?
The other one was the Gatsby.
Gatsby.
Yeah.
I haven't smoked that one yet.
No, still haven't smoked that
And
one.
Nevis Cigars, go check him out. He has a plethora of different cigars. It just so happens that this is a cigar that was introduced to me, and I absolutely love the cigar. It was a good cigar, and to me, I felt that it was something that needed to be mentioned on my list.
Yeah.
The construction's beautiful. It's they're what figurados,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they're beautifully
was-
crafted.
it
No,
was-
Solomon.
it was
Salomons. Okay.
Salomons.
Beautifully crafted cigars.
Yeah, dude. All right, so another cigar that was relatively new that was introduced to me at the end of the year was no other than Big Sky Cryptid.
Yep. Got to
Got
take
that on my
that
list.
off. Yes, sir.
So that Cryptid to me, and I was very honest about, in regard, because I showed that band to a couple of my coworkers who are cigar smokers, and they kind of had the same consensus. They're not a big fan of the band, right? The band is like a dragon, or I don't know. I'm assuming that's what it is, right? I don't know.
It's like they're
Loch Ness monster. Or
yeah
something?
along that line, like a river monster.
River monster. So yeah, because part of the River series, right? I guess.
Yep.
So it's a robusto, and I can tell you this: that when you get that cigar, you're gonna be like, "Wow, this is tight." It feels like it's hard. It feels like it's not ready to be smoked.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you something. I don't know how they found a way to roll a cigar tight enough that the draw is perfect.
Yep.
Mhm.
You don't get a whole lot. You get just enough for you to enjoy the retro hail. I don't recommend that you take a big puff of retro hail. The big let about 80% out in that retro hail. I think that cigar definitely made it on my list and needed to be mentioned. Once again, that's by Big Sky. They're a relatively new company. They've been around for 5 years.
Yep.
So the main base they were based out of Montana, guys. Just to give you a backstory about Big Sky. And actually, you know what, JJ, you're the rep, man. You talk about you talk
Hey.
about your boys, man.
Hey. Yeah, they were originally out of Billings, Montana. It'd be Brandon and Jesse, and then they moved their adventure on to Texas, and they're slowly growing, and what you said with that cryptid, one of the first guys I ever took one to, it's like, man, that's tight. You said you're not gonna be able to smoke that unless you have a draw enhancer. I said, you don't need a draw enhancer with this cigar. I promise you.
Right.
I said, it feels tight, but I promise you, you smoke it like a champ. And it's the number one selling cigar.
Yeah, dude, listen. I honestly, you can't go wrong with that cigar. And I think, like I said, the biggest issue, I think that they might have is that they see the band kind of looks like it's kind of, cartoon. Wow, killed it. There it is. I think it's a cool looking band.
I mean, it's pretty cool looking.
It's a cool looking band. But the thing is that when you compare it to the other bands, right, it's like so off, right? It changes everything.
It kind of doesn't fit in the series. It kind of doesn't, yeah. But
Yeah, that's the
I
mountain.
love that.
Yeah, the mountains in the background, and
I love that color. That
Yeah.
band's beautiful.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. All right, and so another one of mine was by Crown Heads, the Mil Diaz.
Oh, there we go. Take her off.
Okay,
Take
the
her
Mil
off.
Diaz, to
I
me
had one last
guys,
night.
rappers Ecuadorian Habano, binders Nicaraguan, the fillers Nicaragua, Peruvian, and Costa Rican.
And you haven't even smoked a Maduro yet.
Right, and I haven't even smoked the Maduro. You're absolutely right, and I absolutely love that cigar. We ran into Belkis and Jaime, right?
Miguel.
Name, right?
Miguel.
Miguel. Is it Miguel? Why do I thought?
Miguel.
Oh, I thought of Jaime Garcia. I don't know why, but Miguel. It was so funny. We were with where were we at
At
Um,
Corona.
Corona?
Cigar International, yeah.
No, well we met him after that, but when we first met him,
It was at
Yeah.
Coronas.
you know, the
Okay.
Panda. I don't know how many old fashions the Panda was in, but then he walked up to these two individuals and like, hey, are these your cigars or your reps? Ends up being one of the regional directors or whatever, Miguel, and Belkis is one of the local, and actually she's all over the place now.
Uh-huh.
And we ended up, I know I bought a ton of Crown Heads that night.
Mm-hmm.
And ironically enough, while they were in Tampa, they had an event in Cigar International, and we ended up buying more cigars. And I cannot confirm or deny that I went to go buy a box and I got tossed like three miles down the road.
Hey, get in the weight room, buddy. Get in the
Huh?
weight room. Get in the weight room.
Oh, he's saying get that weight up.
I can read. You weak. Yeah,
Get in the weight room, baby.
yes, you weak. Beep, 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 beep. Oh man! All right, so one other one that I introduced you guys to that surprised the hell out of everybody was the Nicotina Warp by Warp.
Yep. I got to take that off. Beautiful.
So the Nicotina, I got introduced to the Nicotina about maybe 3, maybe not going 4 years ago, when the guys and I from the shop we went to Tampa, and at that point that lounge, the Corona Lounge, used to be called the Davidoff Lounge, and I was looking for something new to smoke. And I'm going. You guys been to it, right? It's a big humor store, right? But the vault is massive vaulted ceilings, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna grab this stick. I don't know what the hell's about, but I'm gonna grab it. So I grabbed it and I lit it up. And from the moment I lit that cigar up, it was nothing but surprising, pleasurable, and it was phenomenal. There it is. And to the point, I bought everybody that was in my group a stick because I was like, you guys got to try this stick, you know? And I told these guys, you guys got to try this stick. And I sent all of them a stick. And what did you guys think of that Nicotina?
Well, I learned real quick the first third or so. Don't really do a retrohale unless it's like a 99-to-1 ratio, because it's like retrohaling napalm. But the stick does mellow out as you smoke it.
Yes.
But it has a lot of Lajero up front.
It'll punch you in the face when you first
Mm-hmm.
light it. Matter of fact, it was intimidating when I first lit it. It was like, ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through this thing, man, because it's,
But it is deceiving.
It did
It is
mellow out.
deceiving, right? When you look at the stick, it does not look like it's going to
No.
punch you in the mouth,
No.
right? I mean, and that to me is what took me off. You know, it blew me away. I was like, holy crap, I wasn't ready for this.
You know,
And, yo,
Yeah.
it makes me
story.
want to look at more into Warp's portfolio for sure.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the only Warp cigar I've smoked to date, and if that's that good, I mean, they've got to have some more bangers out there.
They do. They do. But, all right, Jay, where we at? Oh, that's my 5. PC, where you at, man? Go. What else you got?
Okay, I got to go with the Tabernacle David, which is another one that you introduced me to. And you talk about getting them spices off of that bad boy. Man, yeah.
Well, explain to them. You got to explain to them, guys. You understand that David's that big.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
It's that big, and it packs a wallop of a punch for such a small cigar. I see. I got the Tabernacle, but I got the Tabernacle Black Label.
Right.
And I remember when you gave him that Drew Estate, that Herfador, and it had that David in there for. You even forgot about it at one
I
point,
forgot all about it. Yeah,
and that thing was beautifully aged by the time.
You know what? I totally forgot about that. You're right.
And I got to be honest with you, just because it had been aged so long, I waited a little while longer before I smoked that cigar, and that was a beautiful smoke, man. I can't repay you for that.
Oh my God, man! But
Yeah,
but you
if
know
I
what? I'm
was,
glad you enjoyed it because you know what? And you guys know, right? I have sometimes I find cigars even like in my locker, right? I'll pull boxes out, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's been sitting in my damn locker for 5, 6 freaking years, you know." And
yeah.
and it's like, okay, it's time to smoke it.
And
It is
I'm
just time to
bougie.
smoke.
And I'm bougie.
Hey, raise your hand if you guys smoke more than one Davidoff.
I've never even held a Davidoff.
Okay, keep your hand up if you smoke more than 3 Davidoffs. Your Honor.
Hey,
There it
Panda,
is.
how about you tell them what's in said locker? Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wow, JJ, why you throw me out there like that? Man?
Raise your hand if you have more than 2 boxes of feral pigs in your locker.
Uh-huh.
Well, listen, but I also got 2 lockers though.
Raise your hand if a new cigar comes out and your shop just puts it in your locker because they know you'll buy it.
Uh-huh.
Listen, man. Listen. Oh man, y'all guys are calling me out, man. Some nonsense. So okay, I might have maybe 3 unwrapped flying ferals unopened, 3 boxes of Encore Blacks that are unopened, a box of M81s unopened, a box of the Warhead 10s unopened. I got the Warhead number 2 unopened from 2015 unopened. I got what else do I got? I got some other. Yeah, I got a few boxes that I haven't opened. I'm waiting for you guys to come. When you guys come, we'll crack them open.
So ask Don how many boxes he has unopened.
Because you smoked them all. Yeah, I know. Listen. Even the missus says I'm a hoarder. And there is some truth to that.
Yeah.
Not the D.
There is some. Listen, and you know the crazy because the ferals, I could get them again. I don't know why the hell. You know, there's like I have a hard time smoking certain cigars just to smoke them. I don't know why. Like I don't mind smoking a good cigar like that on the weekend, but if it's like right after work, and maybe on a Friday, because that's pretty much when I've been smoking them, but I just have a hard time like even those Encore Blacks, right?
Yeah.
Those boxes those are limited. We're never gonna get those. Well, we don't know whether they haven't discussed whether or not they're gonna release
put
them
it back
again.
in production, right?
Right. You know what I mean? Because you notice they come up with like 3 other cigars.
Oh yeah.
So
I still have like 90% of the cigars from Tampa. And I won't smoke them.
And that's the thing. I'm the same way. I'm like I don't know when I'm gonna get this quality of this particular cigar again.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, okay, I pick and choose when I want to smoke this thing out.
Not for
And
nothing, man. I don't appreciate y'all calling me out like that, man.
Hey, I'm hoping that somebody have a special occasion that might want to have a baby that I can smoke this cigar to, or somebody getting married or something like that.
Well, listen, there's gonna be a lot of box opening, a lot of crack-a-lacking bourbons. Cause the Panda, I told you, the Panda started collecting bourbon as well and whiskeys, and I was like, okay, I got to pick my poison because bourbon. Let me tell you, that could get quite expensive, man.
Yes, it can.
I'm like, you know what? I slowed down with my collections. I got a couple of bottles that I have not cracked open yet. Waiting for you guys. I was able to get me another bottle of that Elma Tea Lee that I showed you guys that I absolutely destroyed because it was so damn good. I can't wait to open up another bottle with you guys when you guys come down here. I do have a Davidoff. I told you guys I got a master blend that's no longer in production. Okay, yeah. Listen, I bought that. Listen, I bought that for you guys. You know what I mean? I've never had.
Okay.
I did. Like I said, I got. Listen, I told you where I got them at. They was
He bought
$300.
it 3 years ago. He didn't even know us.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
damn.
I'm feeling some type of way. What am I, a doorknob? Everyone taking their turn? What the hell? Sheesh.
But
Um,
I'm gonna throw another one out there for
yeah,
you.
please let's change the subject. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with the Man of War Ruination 10th anniversary.
Good one.
Yeah,
Good
and
one.
Panda's had a hard time getting those lately.
Last 3
Torpedo,
weeks, man. Last 3 weeks, I
torpedo,
cannot get them. Losing by
torpedo
50
box,
cents.
torpedo box press.
Mhm.
So and that's I try to keep
A
that
good stick.
cigar. I try to keep that one in my humidor at all
So,
times.
so let's stay there for a second, right? The Man of War, right?
Yes, sir.
To me, I remember me ordering that from that particular website. That was the stick that I thought I was getting. Look at that bad boy. It's a sexy
Oh,
looking
yeah.
cigar. It's a sexy looking cigar.
You know what? I think I have one too, Don.
You know, y'all ain't shit. I don't normally curse on this, but y'all ain't shit today. And let me tell you something. You know what else y'all two have? You know what too? That Balachi Boulevard. But don't get me started. You know, man, I think my cigar was sent to the wrong people. Just saying.
No, it was sent to,
I'm
it was
just
sent
I'm
to the right
just
person.
saying too.
I'm
know,
just
but-
saying, PC.
That Balache that I have is from Tampa.
I might need to make a special request for that Balachi again.
Well,
That's the one from J.C. Newman.
It's okay. So, guys, you understand. So, we waited a very long time to speak to Rick Rodriguez, right? And I was like, you know what? We finally got him. You know, first I tried to get with him. His daughter emailed me back, and his schedule was freaking really busy. And ironically, she emailed me back and said his schedule wasn't open to November. And that's when we did this interview, right? Was in November. JJ was able to reach out, and JJ got a hold of him, and it was a great interview, guys. If you have not seen the Rick Rodriguez West Tampa interview,
Oh,
I highly recommend that you guys
Yes.
go back. He gave us a lot of insight. He was a pleasure, a true gentleman. You know, one of those old school guys. What I really enjoyed was after we were done with the podcast, that he was able to enlighten us with certain things. You know, that he entrusted us. You know, he told us some things. But he said a couple of things on the podcast that kind of like, wow, you know. And
Yep.
I was like,
Yeah,
What was it? An
we got
ear,
to,
cocaine, and a pistol?
and a pistol, yeah.
yeah, we're going to revisit that.
Well, that not only that, but I was referring to more of do I dare say what he said, man? Because I don't want to stir no problems, man. A lap dog. I'll just say that. Y'all remember that comment? The lap dog. If not, we'll talk about that. That one, I was like, oh. So, anyways, I
well,
digress.
one of the things that got me with that interview was two things. One, he didn't mind talking about the problems that they had with the shipping, with the Circle of Life, and all that kind of stuff. All the he explained very well why that cigar was supposed to come out in April or May or whatever. It didn't get out until here recently in November, December, whatever. And also the fact that he just said, and it hits home with me that he was working 30 years for a company, and it took one of his kids looking at him and going, "Pop, you can do this on your own, man. Why are you doing this for somebody else? You can do this on your own.
It
Go
was
do
his
it."
daughter, Sarah.
It was
yeah.
his daughter, yeah, and just that.
And you're right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I was getting to my story in regards to the Balachi Boulevard. So I helped. That was the stick that I bought in Tampa as well, and I specifically waited to smoke it that night to smoke with him, not knowing that they no longer make that cigar. They
Right.
only made 20,000 of them. And what I respect about that story was that he was very honest about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically what happened was they were just relatively new, okay, with their brand. And they came up with this blend. It was a beyond phenomenal cigar. And he just told them to start making it. And his partner was like, well, how much is it a stick? And he was like, oh, you know what?
I
I'm
don't
going
know.
to ask him. So he calls him back. He goes, hey, listen, how much is the cigar? How much is it? And when they told him the price, he never disclosed the price. But what he did say, he goes, oh, we can't make that cigar
You
because
can't bring that to
means
market here.
that the consumer is going
That
to
was
pay
their
like
first-
20 some odd cigars.
That was their first cigar that they were going to come out. He said, "We can't go to market with our first cigar at $23 or $24 or whatever it was going to be."
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
And if you guys know anything about the market price, it's called keystone pricing, right? So if we have a cigar, we buy it from the manufacturer just to keep it simple for $3. We sell it to the retailers for 6, and the retailer sells it to the consumer for 12. So there's normally a 50% markup on each way as it goes up.
And it's
So
not Kentucky.
it's not Kentucky, right? It's not
It's
Kentucky.
not Kentucky pricing.
Okay. so so you guys got to understand. So if you now think about it, now that's just for the cigar. That doesn't include the banding or the boxing. So
Mhm.
now that $3 cigar could cost you now $3.50, and now it's going to be $7, and then it goes to the consumer $14. There's a lot of things that a lot of people don't understand when they want to go make a cigar.
Right.
Everything costs, and everything gets passed down to the consumer. So that's that, and that was my story with the Balachi. I didn't know it was a limited run, and I smoked it that day. I enjoyed the hell out of it. He had said he was going to send me one, but he sent it to the wrong 2 people. I'm not mentioning no names, you know. But anyways, whatever, loser. Go ahead, PC. What was your next one?
And yeah, but I'm gonna have to bring this one up. Now this cigar here knocked me slap on my beep beep poo 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 poo,
Hmm.
which is the 20th anniversary Perdomo.
Okay.
That is one of the strongest cigars that I've smoked to date, and I've only smoked it once. And I, even though I have one in my humidor, I have not touched it once again because
That to me is interesting, and I'll tell you why. Because Perdomo's not really known for really strong cigars. Although the 20th Maduro and the 10th anniversary Maduro, it is they do have they're probably the strongest in their line. You
right.
know, like I said, those are the cigars that I enjoy smoking out of the Perdomo line. The 30th is great. To me, what I love about the 30th, they're very creamy, very smooth. You know, um, I think that they definitely continue on their route of their line. And once again, we had Nick Perdomo. If you didn't see that episode, I recommend that you go back and see that one because apparently they got a new one coming this year for what is it, 60th? Is that
Yeah.
Oh
what it
yeah,
is?
Yep.
yeah.
So just saying. But go ahead. One more.
Well, and the last one that I have for you guys, which is the New World Dorado, another beautiful stick by AJ Fernandez, man. That if you can get your hands on this particular stick, in my opinion, regardless of the price point, I say you need to get your hands on that particular stick.
You know, it's so funny. I got an empty box in my truck, right? And because that is it's such a pretty box. It's a gold band.
Hmm.
You know that I absolutely love that cigar. And I'm a big, you guys know I'm a big AJ New World guy. You know my I was 2 box a month every day, puro especial, because that was my everyday smoke. Whatever. That's not bougie. Mind you, when I first started smoking that cigar was like $8 and change. Now
Hey,
that's like $10.
the higher you hold it, the fancier you are.
Yeah, there it is. You just testing the air up there. That's all.
Well, then that means that Don is up here. Just saying, you can't see him. Can't
Why
see
am
him.
I taking shrapnel? I didn't say a
Okay.
word.
Okay, you started this. So, anyways, so yeah, the El Dorado, you're absolutely right on PC. That's a cigar that absolutely, it's one of those cigars. It's a typical AJ cigar. You can't, like, to me, anything that AJ touches turns to gold, man.
Mhm.
Pretty
And that's
much.
why he is doing so many people cigars. Even Eric Espinoza, he's doing his cigars, some of his cigars.
Mhm.
Um, and mind you, AJ probably, if I had to take a guess, I think AJ has probably the biggest farms now because he just acquired, I think, 2 more farms.
Okay.
You know, and there was a story that I had watched. He did an interview. That man literally, he could, if he stopped making cigars just for himself, like no longer AJ Fernandez cigars, that man has generational wealth forever because he rolls for so many people and has so much tobacco that this man doesn't even have to roll anything for himself anymore.
You know,
You know, and this guy's only like 45 years old.
I'm smoking this cigar fast. This is just the regular old New World. It's very clean.
Hmm.
It's getting to where it's got the spice. It's creamy. And what I'm excited for, because I smoke my cigars pretty quick. They get pretty hot sometimes. But this has still stayed very clean. It's not getting bitter at all. I mean, I know I'm a fan of it. This first time I've ever smoked the New World anything of AJ, and I love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it.
and you'll definitely like the Puro Especial.
It's so good.
So back to you, Donnie boy.
All right. Where are we at here? This is one I got to mention. The Camacho pre-embargo.
Ah, yes.
At one time was my favorite cigar.
Hmm.
At
Was
one time.
at one time, yeah. Before there's some that have surpassed it, but that's one I got to admit that's just a beautiful cigar. How about this one? This is one that's gonna ruffle some feathers. Maybe I don't think it'll ruffle any of our feathers, but maybe out there. The 5 Vegas Brazil.
There you go.
I'm taking over my list.
Guys, if you haven't tried the 5 Vegas line, I've tried 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I'll be honest with you, I didn't care for one, the cast strength. And Panda and I had this conversation today. I sent him one. He didn't care for it either. But the 5 Vegas Gold, the 5 Vegas Brazil, and the 5 Vegas Nicaragua are top shelf. I mean, and they're inexpensive. I mean,
Right.
they're. I think I bought a on one of the bid sites. I bought a 5-pack of the Nicaraguas for $7.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something that might be sacrilegious here. That 5 Vegas Nicaragua might be on par with the Davidoff Nicaragua. It's not up there yet, but it's in the same sentence.
Wow.
See, I don't know what you have in that drink, buddy. Listen, you're comparing apples to oranges. You really are. And listen, that's your opinion. I just think you're comparing apples to oranges. Now, to me, I think for the price point, right? To me, like the 5 Vegas belongs with the Arganices that I spoke about earlier, right? It's a good morning smoke. It to me, I compare it to the CAO Brasilia. You know what I mean? I think them two are run neck and neck.
The Brazil for sure, but I'm talking about the 5 Vegas Nicaragua. I sent you one. Smoke it.
Oh man! All right.
And basically what it is, it's just like this particular cigar, this inexpensive cigar is lining up with his flavor
Oh no,
profile
I
that
get it.
he actually likes.
Listen, it's okay. He's allowed to be wrong. I mean, go ahead, Don. I mean,
And what's say twice a day?
Oh, with friends like that, who needs enemies?
with enemas, baby.
Who needs enemies?
Listen, and to his defense, he's right. I have yet to smoke the 5 Vegas Nicaraguan, so I will smoke it. And I wish he would have not given me that comparison because, I'm gonna have that in the back of my head. You know what I mean? And that's the problem when you have these expectations for cigars. This is just like anything else. You should never go into anything with some type of expectation, right? Because you're gonna lead yourself up for disappointment, most likely than not, right? And to me, it's just like I got that Rocky Patel conviction, right? This $100 cigar marinated in my humidor since last year, and I made the biggest mistake, and I went back and I listened to these guys interview, and their talk about it, and I can't get it out of my head. And it's like, okay, so now I have this expectation of this cigar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I don't want is for someone else's influences to influence me, in my opinion, on this cigar. Because at the end of the day, guys, I don't care how great this cigar is. You can't convince me that any cigar is worth $100.
Right.
And honestly, that is my biggest battle right now with this cigar, smoking the cigar. You're telling me that this cigar is $100. Like, it's getting like, where's the cap, right? Where's the cap at? Like, next thing you're gonna have $500 Rocky Patels.
Well, right. There's got to be a diminishing returns at some point.
Of course. But go ahead, Don. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off for being wrong. I'm sorry.
So I'm going to go right from there to the Davidoff Nicaragua. That is one of my. You guys call me whatever you want. I don't care. That is one of my go-to. That's my celebratory cigar.
That's your everyday cigar. Stop
It's
it.
not my anniversary. Come
Hey,
on.
you know what's, hey guys, you know what's just celebratory? Oh, today's Wednesday. Celebratory. Let's go smoke another Davidoff. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Hey, how many of y'all smoked the Davidoff on a Wednesday? Just saying. Just saying.
It was a special Wednesday.
It was leap day.
But you can have some comfort though in that 5 Vegas Nicaragua Panda. It is an AJ Fernandez cigar, so that
There you
may
go.
give you a little bit of comfort.
Listen, and listen, I'm just jabbing on Don.
Oh yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
And the thing is this, that as we were listen, everything's all what,
Subjective.
subjective, right? And this is why, I mean, some of the stuff that I got here, you guys have them, and there's cigars on this list that I had that you guys have yet to smoke, and I'll get to those next. But go ahead, Donnie boy, we got one more,
I got 2 more.
2 more.
How about the Aganorsa Supreme Leaf?
Wow, you like that one better than the rare?
Yes,
Oh,
I do.
wow. Okay,
I do.
and that one better than the Anniversario?
Yes.
Wow, man, that's
Especially
big.
Especially better than the Anniversario. I compared those two. I compared those two when I was smoking that. If I go to the store and they have an Anniversario and a Supreme Leaf sitting next to each other, I'm buying the Supreme Leaf.
Oh, see, and that's the opposite. And I'll grab the Anniversario.
Have you
I
had the
just-
Supreme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great stick. Smoke. It's a great stick. It really is. This is something about that Anniversario. Maybe once again, because we all shop the way we eat with our eyes. And to me, I just think that the wrapper, the way they had the Anniversario with the black and silver, you know what I mean? To me, it's just such a beautiful looking cigar. And maybe that's maybe the attractiveness to it, that my eyes gravitate to. Go ahead.
I lied. I got 2 more. So the 1926 80th anniversary. That's all of our celebratory cigar.
Which one?
The Padron 1926 80th anniversary.
Yep.
Never had it.
I got to take that off my list. Oh,
That's one of those celebratory cigars. It's what $33, $34. You're not going to buy it every day, but
$38 now.
yeah.
That's my everyday, every year birthday gift to myself.
that's a very special cigar to me, for sure.
And I'm going to throw this one out there because I don't think Panda put it on his list because he did boutique cigars. The Liga Privada number 9.
Oh, such a good
Especially and at first I thought he was nuts. I thought he was crazy. I thought he was out of his mind, especially the Bellicoso size. It just that
I am so biased, man, when it comes to Liga 9. I and mind you, I love the Tabernacle, and mind you, it's made by the same freaking guy.
right.
Although I think the Tabernacle, it's a little bit more spicier.
Yeah.
Okay, that's there's just something about the those were one of those. I opened up my damn locker and a box of freaking Liga 9 Bellicosas are in there because for whatever reason we could get the regular Liga 9. And mind the Bellicosa, all it is the shape. That's all it is. It's like a torpedo, right? But for whatever reason,
I think it's the length of the smoke, the whatever the blend is that gets it to that size. It just something about that size. And I thought you were not when you said no, the Bellicosa was better. I'm like, how do you? No, it's not better. It's the same. And then I smoked the Bellicosa, and I was like, it's better.
I get
It's better.
I know, and like I said, and that box is not cheap.
Right.
That box will cost you over $300. You know what I mean? What was the number? I
almost put that on my list. I almost
y'all
put that on
better
my
not.
list.
None of y'all better have that damn thing on your list, boy.
Way.
I do have an honorable mention on my list of the same company, Alec Bradley Magic Toast is one of my honorable mentions.
You know what? I don't. Okay, see, you gotta make me talk about it. So, and I keep repeating myself. I don't think Alec Bradley is a bad company. It's just they don't make bad cigars.
It's just not the number 8 cigar in the world.
It didn't deserve to be on the top 100 cigars, And I'm not trying to be rude, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be nasty. It's nothing against Alec Bradley. It's just to me,
Panda.
his cigars are okay. What?
Do you know anybody that has one? Do you know anybody that has a Prensado?
Yeah, you. Yeah. Here it comes, slow motion. Oh,
No,
I was waiting for this.
No, I don't have any. I know somebody besides me on this panel that has one. So I know he has one because I sent it to him.
Are you done with your list?
There's a couple more in here, but that's pretty much my list. That's pretty much with the cross offs that everybody else had.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I will say West Tampa Red is my number one out of this world.
Okay. All right, JJ.
The Crown Head Cornetta Maduro.
Mm.
I got my list. Taking that bad boy off.
That's a bad mamma jamma.
Man, that cigar is so good. That cigar is so good. It was another first time for me when we were in Tampa, and I didn't realize how many of those damn cigars I bought. I must have bought like almost 10 of everything that she had. You know, I don't think I've had a bad Crown Head cigar.
Well, she blessed us with those Cornettas.
Cornettas,
yeah. She, and then we went and bought some Mil Diaz's and some of us bought some blood medicines.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, the price point here is a little stiff for the Cornettas. Depends on where you get them. And there's only one place I know, which is the event, a place where they had an event.
What, like $13?
Yeah, they're right at that $13 and above.
Yeah, about $13. But you know what? I think that's where Robusto size is going at now.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys. I think I think the price point with the Robustos are pretty much $13. I'm trying to think. $10, for Robusto. I mean, it's a good stick. Obviously, the Brazilians you could get them inexpensive. But I think that's what's going. That's the going rate. And mind you, cigars are going up again this year.
Yeah.
Price point. What else you got?
I have the 601 Blue Maduro.
Great smoke. That's that.
Good
that
smoke. Really
the
good
crazy
smoke.
part about that cigar, like during the Espinosa events, I try to get the knuckle sandwich chef special, which is a great, especially the 56. But that's the first thing I buy is the 601 Blue Maduro.
The little chocolate
Bar
bar.
is so damn good.
It is.
Good smoke.
And I'm going to follow the CAO alone.
The Pilon. Okay. The Pilon's that's Pilon Anejo, right?
Yep.
The Pilon Anejo. Another cigar that was to me surprising to smoke. It was to me that cigar was different. It wasn't your normal smoke.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? To me, I got some grassiness. I got some some spice. But to me, what I remember about that is very grassy, very earthy. But it was such a good smoke, and I believe I smoked that in the morning too with my coffee, of course.
Coffee.
It's coffee.
It's coffee.
Yeah, my coffee.
And no surprise, the Big Sky Bighorn 2.0.
Then gotta take that one off my damn list. So when we did our talk, right? That's the cigar that I went and drove an hour and 40 minutes for, not knowing that there was a shop 20 minutes away from my job. But anyways, and that's where now I get my sticks from. Now for Big Sky.
Guys, I'm gonna say this too. I know some people might be thinking that we're only saying Big Sky
Right.
because JJ's repping for them.
No.
I will tell you that
He is. You are.
I would tell you that this guy would not have repped for them if these cigars weren't that good.
Yes.
I'm just telling you. Like I know him well enough to know if it was a even a mediocre product, he'd have been like, yeah, they're good. I'll go. We will do the interview, whatever. But
Yeah.
these cigars are good. These
Real
cigars.
And if you guys,
I hope they make it. I hope they
Yes.
can withstand the growing pains and all that good stuff, and I hope they make it because they're good.
I'm there. If you
Most
guys
definitely.
remember, right, and the after show, right, with Brandon,
Yeah.
I did something that I've never done with anybody,
Mm-hmm.
and I had him I gave a particular rep's number who's very well known in the industry. That's a good friend of mine.
Mhm.
And JJ got to talk with him, and JJ could contest. The guy's name is Jeff, and I know he won't mind. His name is Jeff Groover.
Yep.
And I've always said that if I ever had a cigar company, he is the guy that I would probably beg
Yeah.
to promote our cigars.
And
Because he just has that demeanor about him that people love.
and I've been able to pick his brain and talk to him on the phone and message him, and he's a brilliant individual. And I like his colorful language. Yeah, I felt right at home talking to him.
Oh, yeah. So guys, right? So he reps for Oscar Balief, Aganosa, CLE. Who else? Oh my lord, there's I want to say 5 different companies he reps for, but Island Gym, which is Oscar Balief. But Jeff Groover is that guy that people just gravitate to because he's just that type of person. His aura, when he walks into a room, he has that aura about him that people just want to be able to converse with him and just chop it up with him because he's
Genuine.
And we were supposed to have him last year, and I kind of dropped the ball because we got kind of inundated last year. But we're definitely going to have him on our podcast, and we're definitely going to pick his brain.
I just wanted to throw that out there because these cigars are that good, and I didn't want people to think that we're just look. We would support JJ on whatever he did.
Right.
Just he's our guy. We'd support him on whatever he did. But these cigars are that good. They are that good.
Yeah, because if he was running for marble champ, we'll be right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, this is what we do, right? Because we said it from day one. We got each other's back, good, bad, or indifferent, right?
Exactly.
And we said that we're either going to fail or succeed together as one, And to me, and I'll say it again until I'm blue in the face. I don't want to do this with anybody else.
36 episodes, baby. Here we are.
And hopefully this year is even bigger than last year because we had some hitters, and we started this year, guys, with a banger with Pete Johnson.
Love
if you
it.
haven't seen that episode, go check it out. Eric Espinoza, David Garofalo, Terrence Riley, Nick Perdomo, Matt Booth. I mean, these are the people that you guys, let us know. But go ahead, JJ. What else you got?
Well, I had to throw one of my, yard guards. It's relatively new to me. The Bone Shaker.
Hello.
The full body cast.
God, you son of a gun, man.
I'm telling you, we're almost the exact same palette, bud.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
And you got to throw that Espinoza in there that you had the other night.
What is this yard guard term you guys keep using?
It's it's a.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
JJ likes to describe his son that he can throw at a spider and he won't regret it.
I'm out in the shop tuning some, turning some wrenches or working on something, and if I happen to see a spider and or snake, I can say, "Not today, Satan." Throw the cigar at it. Not feel bad that I just threw the cigar, and I can go light another one and not feel bad about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Lord, that is hilarious.
The Foundation Wise Man Corojo.
Okay. Foundation.
Foundation.
I'm a bigger fan of the El Winisi, however you say that.
Yes.
The original Wise Man, but
yes,
but the Wise Man
discontinued it. Yeah.
I was heartbroken when they discontinued that cigar.
I think that's JJ's cigar man crush.
It is. Nick Melillo. Yes.
And you guys got to go. You guys got to stand it. So Nick Melillo, the founder and CEO of Foundation, he's the same guy that created the Liga 9. So to me, it's no surprise that I love the Tabernacle, right? There's no surprise there. Like I said, I just think that because if you look at them, they burn the same. They're very oily. They're very smoky, very spicy. And like I said, I think the Tabernacle is a little bit spicier than the Liga 9. And I think that the Liga 9 honestly has changed over the years. You know what I mean? I think in the beginning, back then, they were a lot better than they are now. But I still think they are great and phenomenal smoke.
The Aging Room Cuatro Nicaragua.
Now that's a beautiful stick.
Is that the orange label?
Yes.
Yes.
It's very good. It wouldn't be a list if I didn't put my Partete in there. The Valle Verde, the green label. I love that cigar.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to hear one specific stick, and you haven't mentioned. You haven't mentioned her. Just saying.
Well, you want to know what?
Because they broke up.
Me and
Oh, that's
her,
right.
we're on a break right now. You know what I'm saying?
We were on a break. We were on a break.
You know, things got complicated, and but
So
Tatawahe Black.
lonely, so lonely.
Yeah, I mean, listen. La Gloria Cubana, Series R.
Dude, I have her face.
And you
I was
bid
on-
on that, didn't you?
I was on a bidding war. That poster is 24 years old. I was on a bidding war on eBay.
That's almost as old as you.
It really is. I mean, when I was only 11 years old when that
Oh,
sign was
whatever,
made.
dude. Whatever, man.
But I had to give Pete some love, the Tatawahe Black,
Yes, sir. There you go.
Tatuaje
Now I
Black.
gotta take that one off my damn list.
and the San Cristobal Revelation, a very underrated cigar.
The San Cristobal is one of those cigars that a lot of people don't talk about, and it's like, I don't know why, man. I just don't get it.
Me
You
either.
know, I just don't get it. You know, because it's a great smoke. You know, it's one of those. I'm not gonna say it's gonna knock your socks off, but you
No.
won't be disappointed.
Nope.
And to me, like, right, I look at the price point first, and then I go, okay, did the price point? You know, I'm telling you, friends like this, guys.
How can you tell?
Hey, JJ, you're gonna have to record that one. Friends like you and who needs enemies, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to record that one. But does the price point meet the expectations or the taste of that cigar? Right? Because we've all concluded, right? You could have a $20 cigar that tastes like absolute crap.
Absolutely. Been
Right?
there, done that.
Don had that experience when I went out there to Texas, spent $20 on a cigar that was absolute trash.
Trash.
Okay. And you could go out there and smoke a $6 smoke, and it's absolutely ridiculously good.
Like the brick house.
I was waiting for that, baby.
Yeah. But what else you got, JJ? You good?
I'm good. Yeah, that concludes my list.
All right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 honorable. All right. So this is a cigar that I recently smoked that I was extremely, and I mean extremely, blown away in the sense of something different, something I've never tried before, something that I've never tasted before. And that's by Ish, by Banff Cigars,
Yes.
The Blood of Vlad.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you something about this cigar, guys. It has Transylvanian tobacco.
Tobacco, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that band.
So I have a box waiting for you guys to unopen when you guys come down here. Okay, I had Ish. I went to Ish's new lounge. He's gonna sign the box for me. They're no longer gonna make this box. That's why I bought this. It's a coffin, basically, what it is.
Right.
You know, with hinges. It's beautiful, beautiful. Cigar.
Unbelievable cigar.
Yeah, that cigar. And I've never had Transylvania tobacco before.
Right.
So I was kind of a little skeptic. You know, everyone talk, oh my God, this is the best. And I'm like, when you hear, listen, when you kind of hear certain people talk, especially when the blender or the founder is there, sometimes and this is just my outlook in it. Sometimes I feel some people are kissing ass, you know, or they don't want to make the guy feel bad, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So I smoked it on a live with Ish, and I can honestly tell you guys, I was freaking blown away with that cigar.
Yes.
That cigar, I cannot wait until PC and Jay, because Don's already smoked it. You know, I can't wait for you guys to try this, because you know what? It's going to be like nothing you've ever smoked.
I cannot confirm nor deny that I was 6 months ago years old when I realized that Transylvania is a real place.
And
Tasmania,
you
bro,
from,
Tasmania.
and where you from? What state you grew up in?
I'm from Pennsylvania. But
So
I thought Transylvania was that made up place where Dracula was from.
But does Dracula really say blah blah blah?
blah 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 blah.
Dude, I
blah.
love it. He's like,
blah, blah, blah,
I don't say blah blah blah, and then he says it again. I love that movie.
blah.
All right, so this is a cigar that you guys have smoked. Is the Flathead 550,
I'm glad.
the camshaft.
I'm glad you went there because I have it on my list, and I was about to say nobody went Flathead.
Come
But
on now.
yes,
And that's
I'm glad you
crazy
did.
because you guys know how much I like that 660, the
See,
camshaft.
that's the red label, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
carb.
And that's what
And
no.
I don't know what it is with the black and silver. I absolutely love the camshaft.
Mhm.
You know, that cigar is a freaking beautiful, beautiful cigar. You notice that almost every cigar that I've spoken about, even the limited unknown, someone keeps on popping them out. Just saying. All right. So Flathead cigars, right there it is, right there. That's
Yes,
such
sir.
a great. Now, mind you guys, another CAO product, right?
Mhm.
Made by who came up? Rick
Rick
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, baby.
Yep, absolutely.
Rick Rodriguez literally brought CAO back to life.
Right.
Mhm.
I've shared with
Absolutely.
these guys. I was a big CAO smoker back in the early 90s. Probably when JJ was probably like 2 years old. So
yeah, if it was
you
around
know-
91, I was 2.
Oh shit.
golly, JJ, I want to put you so hard in your throat.
Well, you know, the thing about it is I have no neck and all chin.
I
go
know that's
turtle.
a,
I go
you
turtle. You ain't punching no throat.
Turtle.
Can't choke him out.
Head and shoulders, baby.
I'm telling you, bro. So this cigar was one of those cigars that I smoked at CI, and I was like, "Holy crap, man! This is a good damn cigar." And because you understand, I got away from CAO, and as you guys know, my big locker is a CAO, humidor. I keep saying locker, but humidor, and which was gifted to me by my good friend Ernie, not my best friend, and so to me, to see how CAO has made a full circle back to the things that I remember that I really loved about CAO.
Mm-hmm.
I am so grateful that CAO is back. That's why I love the CAO Brasilia. That's another cigar that I absolutely love.
Yep.
But the camshaft, guys, if you have not smoked that one, you need to try it.
Well,
So-
and I got to mention, before I smoked the first camshaft, I was a little intimidated by the band itself, and then thinking that it was going to overpower me. But as soon as I lit that bad boy up, I was like, "Damn it! Where can I get some more of these?"
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
So here's another cigar, guys, that was introduced to me and to us, and I shared it with you guys. And guys, look out for this company, Santiago Cigars.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, Santiago Cigars. If you guys have not heard of them, they were originally from DR. Most of it a Puerto Dominican. He still has a factory in DR, but he has a factory now in Esteli. We're trying to get him. Our schedules have kind of been conflicting even all last year. He's been working on some big things.
Yep.
So
Phenomenal cigars, though.
Yeah,
So-
I'm still holding on to some of his cigars that
Yes.
we got in the past.
yeah, so I want to give a shout out to Amir. I mean, I wish nothing but the best for this guy. I mean, he's been good to us. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
like I said, if you guys have not, he's on TikTok. Look on the Santiago's with an S, cigars.com.
He does a lot of those like fact of the day type thing
Yes.
on
Oh,
TikTok. Yeah.
I love his channel for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The clown cigars. Okay.
Haven't
I
had
got
one.
this. I've only smoked one, and it was good enough and really good enough for me to mention it, which is the Rodeo Clown. Actually, no, I lied because I smoked this one in Texas with Randy when we were at Randy's house. That cigar is absolutely delicious. It's funny that there's a lot of things that weren't disclosed, but there were some notes that I picked up on it that I got to speak to one of the founders, And when I brought it up, he kind of chuckled and laughed and kind of blew me off. So I kind of think I was right with it. I don't think he expected that, but so the clown cigars. Um, Another cigar company that we'll probably get them on our podcast is Alan from Family by Loyalty.
Yeah.
Okay, the Freaky and the Skull are my favorites. He has the Jerry and I forgot the other one called, but I think Alan and I have pretty much the same palate as all of us. He likes that strong punch in the mouth, and that's what you're gonna get with the Skull and the Freaky. I can't remember which one has the Brazilian Arapiraca. I think it's the Skull. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Brazilian tobacco, and that's probably why I've gravitated to those cigars. You know, um, so okay, this might shock you guys. So this honorable mention is a cigar. The company is extremely new. Okay, and I was very privy to be actually one of the first outside of the makers and the actual blender, and that's Black Pearl Cigar Company.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I can't wait to try some.
so
yeah.
Most
and
definitely.
they have 3 cigars. I've smoked all 3 of them, but my favorite is what they call the Black Pearl Sulu. Sulo. Excuse me, Lu. Sulu. They have the Sulu, the oh my god,
Banda.
the Banda and the Celibus.
Yep.
Right. So the Celibus is like the Connecticut version, but the Connecticut version, guys, I can honestly tell you, is not your normal Connecticut. It's got some spice. It got some pepper in it. That retro hair is gonna be like, wow. I described it to them as, that no matter where you at in your profile, I think the Celibus will hit your profile, especially if it's a good morning smoke, a good afternoon, after lunch smoke, or even after dinner. It's that type of cigar. But the Sulu, to me, was a great smoke. It's in a Robusto size. I absolutely love that cigar. I won't get into the regions because that's undisclosed. I was privy to information of that. But I can tell you the way, if you don't know, Banff Ish is the one who blended it for them. And like I said, I was one of the first people outside of them 3 to smoke them. So I was very privy and I was honored that these guys allowed me to smoke them and give them my honest opinion. I recently smoked the Banda. I gave them my opinion about the Banda. That one's more of a box press, but what they did with on the top half of the cigar. So like, if you could picture it in reverse, the first third of this part here of the foot, not the foot, the head of it, right? This part here, probably like from here up, is circular, and the rest is box press.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
So to me, it's good. So you could light it up and do a good rotation on it. You know how it is with the flat yellow, breaking down the quarters almost, right?
Right.
I honestly believe that they are definitely on the right track. The Black Pearl, these are good acquaintances, good friends of ours.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm not saying this because they are. If they were trash, I will honestly give them my honest opinion. And I would tell them, you guys might think it might go in a different route, but these guys, I think they're on the right path. This is Randy Wheeler and Glenn Ratcliffe. Like I said, these are the founders of Black Pearl Cigars. So you guys be on the lookout of that company because I promise you they will not disappoint. Look out for that Sulu. That Sulu is a banger, I promise you.
Yes.
Well, guys, that concludes my list because you guys, we all kind of had a handful of each other's cigars on that list.
I got a question for you guys. When's the last time you saw me go an hour and 24 minutes on one cigar?
I was going to say that. I was going to say that when JJ started saying that he was a fast smoker. I go, there's no one faster smoker than the chimney. This guy's a chimney over here. So I don't know if he was pacing himself or what, but
This cigar is that good.
I got this.
With it.
I got this in today, and I'm gonna shout this person out. the Godfather.
Yes, sir.
He gifted me this beautiful lighter,
Sweet.
Oh,
V
man.
cutter, hole punch, draw enhancer. What do you call it? They're tilted into each other. The dual jet. I've never
You're
had one like that.
you're not replacing my cigar loon, are you?
But oh
Dude,
Oh,
you
no.
crazy? Come on now. This
using
is
a
the best gift
right
ever, baby.
now.
So
But again,
I got mine on
dude,
standby.
Godfather,
So-
thank you, bro.
Yes. So guys, the Godfather. Listen. So if you guys go to his website, Godfather.com, and use promo code the Leaf and Ash Podcast, you get an additional, what is it, 10%, 15%?
15%.
15%.
15%.
Off. Now you got to see this guy has the best accessories, cigar accessories you will find. I
Mhm.
promise you. I use this caddy. And let me bring it over here all the time. There's my caddy here.
Mm-hmm.
I got my stuff here. Get the exactly like this. You know,
Mhm.
this
Most
is
definitely.
So
Not only that, he's a salt of the earth guy, man.
Yes.
He's just a solid dude. You know.
Yes.
and listen, I think we are all honored to call him a friend, a family member now.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, and honestly, we're gonna get him back on. If you guys didn't see that on podcast, check it out. Once again, Godfather.com, right? Godfather.com.
Yep.
I'm telling you, you will
Check
not
out his
find
TikTok
better.
channel. Check
Oh,
out.
absolutely. His
His
social media is all the
Instagram.
same.
Yeah.
Guys, if you like what you saw, if we missed any cigars that you think that belong on that list, and mind you, that's just what we thought of 2024. It's what we kind of brought up together, right?
Yeah.
2025 is a new adventure, guys. We're all meeting up March next month for the Great Smoke. There's gonna be a lot of new cigars coming out, and
Yes.
we'll be looking forward to trying out. I am on a massive mission this year, particularly to seek out every and any new boutique craft cigars, whatever you want to call them. And if you're a new cigar company out there and you want to come on, by all
Reach
means,
out.
reach out. Let us know, guys. Like I said, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that all notification. So every time we post something, you're there. We put
Yes,
you
sir.
on. And mind you, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers. We got a bunch of giveaways that we want to give away, and I'm sure we can find more stuff. All right. And hold on, I still have it right here, just to kind of give you an idea of what we're giving away. This is one. Okay, this is a $65, almost $70 ashtray. Look how beautiful that bad boy is.
Ooh, dang.
And it weighs. Look at
Oh,
Nice.
that.
that's
Okay.
ooh.
Okay. This is, and I have two of these to give away. So, like, share, subscribe, let us know what you think. And like always, guys, we love you guys.
Hey, before we
Whoa.
end,
Uh-huh.
let's shout out El Guapos for giving us the love and also
Oh.
Burn One. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage before
And
we
here-
get off here.
Oh, the sponsor, baby. Let's go. What's going on, guys? This is your boy Panda, and your boy Panda has some great news. We have teamed up with Burn One Cigar Bar, located at 7328 Royal Palm Boulevard in Margate, Florida. Guys, Burn One Cigar Bar is your go-to destination for the finest selections of premium cigars at unbeatable prices. Step into a world of luxury and relaxation as you indulge in the smooth flavors and exquisite aromas of our carefully curated cigars collection. But that's not all. Burn One Cigar Bar has teamed up with us for an exclusive sponsorship opportunity just for you. When you call Burn One and purchase any box of cigars, you unlock a fantastic discount of 20% of your order using special discount code PANDA. You can contact Burn One at 954-970-0001 or on their social media pages, Facebook and or Instagram. Guys, don't miss this chance to elevate your cigar experience without breaking the bank. Visit Burn One Cigar Bar today Mention discount code PANDA and treat yourself to premium cigars at incredible value. Hurry up, this offer won't last. Burn One Cigar Bar where luxury meets affordability. And they ship nationwide. Peace. Peace.
And was it
As you guys
mentioned
know.
that
Huh?
it's carefully curated?
Carefully curated.
You know how long it took me to say that, man?
My favorite line of that whole commercial.
Man, it took me. Man, I'm over here sweating, man. I had to turn the fan on my way, man, because holy crap. So, guys, that's, as you guys know, that's my home lounge. You know, I drive almost an hour to get to it. You know, I have about 5 or 6 lounges within a 10-minute driving distance from me, and I still drive an hour because I absolutely love it. These guys, Don's already been to my lounge. I can't wait for JJ and PC to meet the guys from the lounge. My lounge is very unique. You know, we're all a bunch of grown men. We got no problems showing each other love. And
Absolutely.
these guys are going to see it. Everyone hugs and kisses each other. Yeah, grown men kiss each other in the cheek.
That's
you know,
right.
because that's the love
Right.
that we have for each other. And I'm not ashamed of saying it. I love my guys. You know what I mean?
$20 is $20.
20. Damn.
Well,
He got,
2025 and inflation.
that's right. That's right, man.
About 27.50.
27.50.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that 50 cents keeps on getting me, man.
Uh-huh.
God, man. So I'll be there for Super Bowl. I'm making some ribs. The guys are requesting some ribs.
Super Bowl. We won't see you guys again before the Super Bowl's on.
Yeah.
I got one
So-
thing to say.
Oh, here we go.
The fix is in.
Hold on.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Wow.
On the road
God, hold
to
on.
victory.
As you can tell, who Don's going for,
Fly,
and this guy here is a
Eagles,
KC guy
fly. For
here.
a touchdown, 1, 2, 3.
So they got a friendly wager.
Yep.
They got a friendly wager. But I love. Let me give you a little insight behind the scenes, a little mental warfare.
Yeah.
JJ's like, hey, when we get to Florida, what do you want me to get you? Because I know I'm gonna lose. Blah blah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I said when I told him, don't play on mind games for me.
Yeah. That reverse psychology don't work on me.
First, I got to say, don't play on mind games for me.
Dude, that is hilarious.
So
Well,
I'm
oh,
gonna
my
be in New Orleans that weekend, and I looked, I scoured the internet. I can't find a ticket for under $5,000, and there's zero chance I'll spend $5,000 on a football game. So
Right.
I'm gonna bust my rear from New Orleans back to Houston on Super Bowl Sunday so I can watch the game.
So okay, there's
You
some
might,
prediction.
you might just get lucky and get a comp ticket.
Yeah. Hey, oh, so
Hey.
listen.
If anybody out there just wants to gift the Don a ticket to the Super Bowl, I'll be there. So yeah.
Look him up.
So prediction scores. Don, prediction score.
27-17 Eagles.
27. Hold on, I'm gonna write this down. Hold on. 27-17 Eagles. KC. This is Don. And JJ.
Well, you got to understand they dropped a double nickel that day, so it's hard for me to. I'll say.
But you know what? KC's defense is a lot better than Washington is, so you can't compare defense.
Right. I'll go on the high side. I'll say 30-27.
Wow. That's okay. So that's key.
Let me tell you something. If KC beats the Eagles on a last-second field goal again, you might not see the Don on the podcast for a while.
Unbelievable. Well, guys, that's episode 36 under wraps. Guys, we appreciate your love. Once again, we appreciate everything that you guys have done for us, subscribing and sharing. By all means, guys, if you guys, all you entrepreneurs, if you guys want to join us, even any of the fans, any of the subscribers, if you guys are interested in joining us, maybe we'll do a sip and smoke with you guys. Let us know, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Absolutely.
Peace.